When estimating the labor required for a job involving 3/4-inch conduit installation in a 100-foot by 50-foot building with metal studs, there are several factors to consider. A reasonable starting point for a journeyman electrician is approximately 5 hours per 100 feet of conduit run. This includes tasks such as cutting the conduit to the correct length, bending it to the necessary angles, threading the ends for connections, and installing supports to secure the conduit in place. This initial estimate can then be adjusted based on the specific challenges and complexities of the project. One potential challenge is running conduit for home runs, especially when they need to be routed through wooden rafters. This can add complexity and time to the job due to limited accessibility and the need for careful planning and execution. Depending on the layout and accessibility, an additional 1 to 2 hours per home run might be required. To estimate the total length of conduit needed, estimation programs often use a formula that considers both the wall length and the ceiling height. A simplified formula for calculating conduit run lengths is as follows: conduit length equals 2 times wall length plus 2 times ceiling height. For example, if a wall is 100 feet long and the ceiling height is 10 feet, the estimated conduit length per run would be conduit length equals 2 times 100 feet plus 2 times 10 feet, which equals 220 feet. In addition to the main conduit runs, the installation of stub-ups, such as those for communications boxes, needs to be factored into the estimate. For 1-inch EMT stub-ups with 12-inch 90-degree bends and plastic bushings, a reasonable estimate is 30 to 45 minutes per stub-up. To illustrate how these factors combine to determine the overall labor estimate, consider a building with 100 feet of perimeter walls and a requirement for 20 conduit runs. The total estimated conduit length would be conduit length equals 20 times 220 feet, which equals 4,400 feet. Using the initial labor rate of 5 hours per 100 feet, the estimated labor hours for the conduit installation would be labor hours equals 4,400 feet divided by 100 feet times 5 hours per 100 feet, which equals 220 hours. To convert this into a cost estimate, assuming a labor rate of $50 per hour, the estimated cost for conduit installation would be cost equals 220 hours times $50 per hour, which equals $11,000. It is important to note that this estimate serves as a guideline and should be adjusted based on the specific circumstances of the project. Factors such as the layer, accessibility, and the contractor's overhead and profit markups can all influence the final cost. To obtain a more accurate estimate, it is advisable to obtain multiple bids from different contractors and compare their pricing. Here's a more detailed breakdown of the factors involved in estimating conduit installation time, covering various aspects of the job. Firstly, consider the type of conduit being used. Different types of conduit, such as EMT, rigid metal conduit, and flexible metal conduit, require different tools and techniques for cutting, bending, and installation. This can affect the overall labor time. Rigid conduit, for example, typically requires more time and effort than EMT due to its heavier weight and the need for threading. Secondly, assess the complexity of the conduit runs. Straight runs are generally faster to install than runs with multiple bends or offsets. Each bend adds time to the job, as it requires precise measurements and careful bending to ensure that the conduit fits properly. The number of offsets, which are used to navigate around obstructions, also affects the labor time. Thirdly, evaluate the accessibility of the work area. Working in tight spaces or at heights can significantly increase the time required to complete the job. If the electrician has to work from a ladder or scaffolding, or if the work area is cluttered or difficult to access, the installation process will be slower. Fourthly, take into account the type of supports being used. The type of supports used to secure the conduit can also affect the installation time. Different types of supports, such as clamps, straps, and hangers, require different installation techniques and hardware. The spacing of the supports, which is typically specified by the electrical code, also affects the number of supports that need to be installed. Fifthly, factor in the number of connections. Each connection between sections of conduit or between conduit and electrical boxes adds time to the job. The type of connectors used, such as compression fittings, set screw fittings, or threaded couplings also affects the installation time. Make sure to account for the time required to tighten each connector securely. Sixthly, consider the number of electrical boxes. The installation of electrical boxes, such as junction boxes, outlet boxes, and pull boxes, is another factor that affects the overall labor time. The electrician needs to mount the boxes securely, make the necessary connections to the conduit, and ensure that the boxes are properly grounded. Seventhly, assess the need for special tools or equipment. Certain conduit installations may require the use of specialized tools or equipment, such as hydraulic benders, power threaders, or cable pullers. If these tools are required, the electrician needs to factor in the time required to set up and operate them. Eighthly, account for the time required for layout and planning. Before starting the installation, the electrician needs to carefully plan the route of the conduit and lay out the locations of the supports, boxes, and connections. This planning process can save time in the long run by preventing errors and ensuring that the installation is done correctly the first time. Ninthly, factor in the time required for cleanup and inspection. After the installation is complete, the electrician needs to clean up the work area and remove any debris. They also need to inspect the installation to ensure that it meets all applicable codes and standards. This final step is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of the electrical system. Tenthly, consider the experience and skill level of the electrician. The experience and skill level of the electrician performing the work can have a significant impact on the installation time. An experienced electrician will typically be able to complete the job faster and more efficiently than a less experienced electrician. Therefore, it is important to choose a qualified and experienced electrician for the job. Furthermore, let's delve into the specifics of calculating conduit length for various scenarios. For a simple straight run along a wall, the calculation is straightforward. The conduit length is simply the length of the wall. However, most conduit runs involve bends, offsets, and vertical sections, which require additional calculations. When a conduit run includes a 90-degree bend, the length of the bend needs to be added to the total conduit length. The length of a 90-degree bend can be calculated using the formula bend length equals 1.57 times the radius of the bend. The radius of the bend is typically determined by the size of the conduit and the type of bender being used. For example, a 3/4-inch EMT bender typically has a bending radius of around 4 inches. When a conduit run includes an offset, which is used to navigate around an obstruction, the length of the offset needs to be added to the total conduit length. The length of an offset depends on the height of the obstruction and the angle of the offset bends. There are various formulas and tables available for calculating the length of an offset depending on the specific geometry. When a conduit run includes a vertical section, the length of the vertical section needs to be added to the total conduit length. This is simply the height of the vertical section. However, it is important to account for any bends or offsets that may be required to connect the vertical section to the horizontal section. In addition to calculating the length of the conduit, it is also important to consider the spacing of the supports. The electrical code specifies the maximum allowable spacing between supports for different types of conduit. If the conduit run exceeds this maximum spacing, additional supports need to be installed, which will add to the overall labor time. The type of supports used can also affect the installation time. Clamps, straps, and hangers all require different installation techniques and hardware. When estimating the cost of a conduit installation, it is important to include all of these factors in the calculation. The cost of the conduit itself, the cost of the fittings and connectors, the cost of the supports, and the cost of the labor should all be taken into account. It is also important to factor in any overhead costs such as insurance, permits, and equipment rental. To obtain an accurate estimate, it is advisable to consult with a qualified electrical contractor. An experienced contractor will be able to assess the specific requirements of the job and provide a detailed and accurate estimate. They will also be able to identify any potential challenges or complications that may arise during the installation process. Finally, let's consider the impact of the electrical code on conduit installation. The electrical code specifies the requirements for the installation of electrical systems, including conduit. These requirements are designed to ensure the safety and reliability of the electrical system. The electrical code covers various aspects of conduit installation, such as the type of conduit that can be used in different locations, the size of the conduit required for different types of wiring, the spacing of the supports, and the grounding requirements. It is essential to comply with the electrical code when installing conduit. Failure to comply with the code can result in fines, delays, and potentially dangerous conditions. Therefore, it is important to be familiar with the applicable codes and standards before starting the installation. The electrical code is updated periodically to reflect changes in technology and safety standards. It is important to stay up to date with the latest revisions to the code to ensure that your installations are compliant. In summary, estimating conduit installation time requires a careful consideration of various factors, including the type of conduit, the complexity of the runs, the accessibility of the work area, the type of supports being used, the number of connections, the number of electrical boxes, the need for special tools or equipment, the time required for layout and planning, the time required for cleanup and inspection, the experience and skill level of the electrician, and the requirements of the electrical code. By taking all of these factors into account, you can develop a more accurate and reliable estimate of the labor and costs involved in a conduit installation project.